when I hear that type of phrase and what they're saying here in Vice, that, you know, that just because now gamers, the people who identify as gamers, they see themselves as racist and sexist and misogynistic.
No,
I mean,
that's not what that's not what the thing is saying. The thing is saying that they find that people who closely identify with being a gamer are more prone to it. You also have to remember, this is one of those not all gamers situations. I don't exactly identify as a gamer. I play video games.
Okay.
I may be seen by people outside as a gamer because of that. But just because the study says that they found this in people doesn't mean that you, Serge, or I are like that. Another thing I like to bring up to mind is that you and I both know that this thing is fucking true.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305. With me, as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
How's it going?
Yeah. That's all a word. Just
exactly,
let you know that's a real word.
Just a warning ahead of time. If suddenly I sound like a chain smoker, that's because I'm sick. I'm not making an excuse because I don't do those things. No,
of course not. But we get it. And you know, our viewers out there, they like to share a little love and make sure that you get better, because we always need an Uncle Willie here just to make sure that he regulates a lot of shit. But
everyone needs an Uncle Willie in their lives. Well, how the hell are they going to get their hands on the cheap booze and the good porn? That's the question I have.
You know what? Yes. And if you guys are wondering about that, please comment down below and we'll talk more about that. But I do have to say that we have a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. We have the infamous, the one and only Serge, who we always bring up in the conversations when he's not around. But this time we had to bring him in here because we have a lot of things we're going to be talking about, and he's going to be part of this freaking fiasco. Serge, what's going on, man?
What's up, guys? What's up? Thank you for bringing me into this, as you say, fiasco.
My God, your mic is horrendous. Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, since you told me to do this in the last 5 minutes, I wasn't really prepared for this.
Don't worry about it. Everybody gets a passing grade.
Yeah, no problem, man. If you want, you can use another mic or just use the phone itself, because apparently it sounds like it's really bad. So,
all right.
There you are.
Just a little bit more doable.
There you are.
There we go. It sounds way much better. But ladies and gentlemen, yes.
Can I just, before we go any further, can I just share something real quick that I just saw?
Please go ahead.
Variety magazine they put up an article. I'm assuming you know who Matthew Perry is.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, Friends.
Yes.
Okay. He has an upcoming book where he's talking about his recovery from addiction and stuff like that.
All right.
He just threw down the gauntlet.
What happened?
He's talking shit about our Lord and Savior Keanu Reeves.
Why?
Why?
He says,
what is he doing?
And I'm quoting here. Well, I'm quoting the article. Quote, at 2 points in the memoir, Perry questions why Reeves is still alive when, quote unquote, talented actors and, quote unquote, original thinkers like River Phoenix and Chris Farley had tragic deaths.
Ooh. Oof. Okay, it's a little harsh for that guy. I mean, shit.
I mean, those people who like River Phoenix, I get it, but why are you messing with Keanu, man?
Yeah, man, leave Keanu alone. He hasn't done nothing bad. I mean, fuck, I don't think Keanu has done anything remotely bad, like, ever. He's always been like all the stories you hear about Keanu has always been like a positive little note that he's been here. He gave a seat to a person. He shared a sandwich with someone. He saved a baby kitten from a tree. I mean, who knows? But it's always something positive about him. So I don't know what's up with Matthew Perry, but jeez, okay. That's not a fight that I don't think he wants to get into, but fuck it. If it is, it is.
Too late. He has it. He's thrown it down. He's thrown it down.
Fucking A, dude. But whatever, man. That's his karma. Whatever fucking guilt shit what he has, or maybe he's just doing it to sell more books. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is to me, it is what it is. And I know that after Friends and his old drug bullshit that he went through, I know it's just been kind of like downhill for him. So I guess if he wants to make money like that, yeah, I guess, you know.
I mean, listen, we all have our issues and we all have our problems, but the one thing that he's not taking into account is that Keanu Reeves is Batman.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely
Yes.
right, and I am highly offended at the fact that he doesn't know that, and everybody else doesn't either.
You in for this? You ready for this, Serge? You sure you're ready for this?
No, I'm just listening to this conversation, going like, wow, I'm gonna pop my streaming cherry for the first time with you guys, and this is the conversation I get introduced to. This is great.
What that you think that's the good part? No, mijo. We're gonna get down to the real shit here, guys. So strap in, and here we go. So Vice wrote an article, and I'm gonna read you the headline, and it goes: "People who identify as gamers more prone to racist, sexist behaviors." And I'm still looking at this, going, "Why? What?" Okay. First of all, I think this is all horseshit because they did this study with like college professors and a bunch of other shit, and not really going out there and really talking to a bunch of other gamers like ourselves and whatnot. But I have a weird feeling that this is kind of like one of those. Okay, I've been I've been seeing this weird trend about certain content creators that says the N-word when they're streaming and a bunch of other shit, or maybe a bunch of little fuckers that they just tend to like swap people because they lost a game of Call of Duty, and of course the whole sexist behavior. You know what? Guilty. I sorry. Yeah. I'm a little guilty about this, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, but I do keep it to myself, and I'm not an asshole like that. But I find this whole article quite amusing to a point I hate it, because if you're gonna start saying that if you're a gamer, people are gonna instantaneously start thinking that you're a racist and that you're a sexist and a bunch of shit like that. I feel that it's wrong. Now, being that we have Serge and Willie here, we'll bring it up to a whole discussion right now. Willie, thoughts, and if you want to break this article down a little bit more.
All right, details first.
Yes.
A Vice article by Mac Lamoureux says that a study was done, like you said, that the gamer identity, like people who identify as gamers, are more prone to racist and sexist behavior.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's funny that you're losing your mind about it, and I'll tell you why. But first, like you said, I want to quote the article here. They actually quoted the research director that did this. Her name, Rachel Cowart, and she's the research director at Take This. Quote: "When the gamer identity is very core to who you are as a person, that seems to reflect what we call toxic gamer culture, tends to reflect more exclusion than inclusion. So things like racism and sexism and misogyny. All these things that we know exist in gaming spaces seems to be internalized by those who very closely identify as being part of the community." Number one, the reason why I think it's funny that you guys got upset with this is, do you identify that closely as a gamer? Not that you like playing video games, not that you like talking about video games, that you so identify with it that that's the most important thing about you.
No, and I get it, but the thing is, my point is, to the point, Willie, is that when you're talking to people, you're not gonna say I play video games like that, because they're just gonna look at you and be like, oh, okay. People like to choose the word I'm a gamer, and they already, oh, okay, so you play either computer games, console games, handheld games, so they kind of like put you like in this all these categories when you say that, that simple phrase, I'm a gamer. Because when you start saying I play video games, they're gonna be like, okay, I guess you have nothing going for your life. You just go hang yourself with your controller or your wireless controller. Choose your pick. So when I hear that type of phrase and what they're saying here in Vice, that that just because now gamers, the people who identify as gamers, they see themselves as racist and sexist and misogynistic.
No, that's not what the thing is saying. The thing is saying that they find that people who closely identify with being a gamer are more prone to it. You also have to remember, this is one of those not all gamers situations. I don't exactly identify as a gamer. I play video games.
Okay.
I may be seen by people outside as a gamer because of that. But just because the study says that they found this in people doesn't mean that you Serge or I are like that. Another thing I like to bring up to mind is that you and I both know that this thing is fucking true.
Okay, there is some truth to it, and Willie is right. The racist part,
Yeah, the
I will have
trolls.
to say
Absolutely.
it's horseshit. Trolling,
Absolutely.
for sure,
It's
trolling.
just,
Absolutely.
the trolls always have the bigger voices. They get here more because they just cry the most.
Exactly.
Yes,
They are a very, very vocal minority. But let me
Very.
let me ask you a question. When something happens in gaming and the person just happens to be black, what's the word that you can't say, but that's the first thing that comes up on their tweets of that person?
yeah, it's definitely, and not even that. I mean, even on the mic or whatever, you can have a different tone to your voice. Like for instance, you Willie, you have a different tone in your voice. I talk, and I'm gonna be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I speak like this just to make sure I sound clearly. There's sometimes I talk slang. I talk street and shit, like when I'm at work and shit like that. And I have a different tone of my voice. But I'm doing this so I can sound clear and pronounce certain words a little more clear on YouTube and whatnot. But if I'm on the mic or something and I start saying some shit, y'all gonna think maybe a different ethnicity for myself. And you might just say, just because you call me an N-word. I'm gonna look at this, I'm like, this motherfucker, like what's wrong with them? And that is, and you're right about something, Willie. That is the most common thing the majority of gamers will go for. They'll go straight for that hard ass N, not the
not all the gamers,
not the
the vocal minority.
Yeah, they're not gonna go for that, the GA. No, they're gonna go ER. They're gonna go straight ER. Why? Hard on it, and they're gonna make sure that you feel it somewhere in your bones.
And to further my point,
yes,
when people started having trouble with The Last of Us Part 2, and they decided they wanted to talk to Laura Bailey about this because she voiced Abby. I don't remember constructive criticism about how they disagreed with her character and her role in the game. They went straight for bitch.
Damn.
No, I got
They
problems
went
with
early
that character Abby, but not calling her a bitch. Just
That
I
thing
thought they
went
did that
straight for
character
bitch.
dirty with when they start telling her side of the story, and next thing you know, she just I don't know, goes into a nice little sex session on a boat, going from wrestling and fighting to all of a sudden she now submits herself from being a very strong, independent woman to, yes, I'm now going to have sex with this man that's married with this chick that is pregnant, is about to give birth any minute. I was like, that's how you're going to handle that character? That's not how you make her light.
Okay,
No.
okay. You have your problems with the character. Did you
Well,
want to call her a bitch?
Husband with a pregnant wife, and then hiding it does kind of bring down the character in my book.
Right. But again, did you run to Twitter and call her a bitch?
No. Twitter
Did you
is
start
such
throwing-
cool fucking trolls. I stay the fuck away from them.
Did you
No,
start throwing
Twitter's-
death threats at her? Because that happens too.
Oh, that happened. That's true.
No, that's something like you said. Me personally, that's something I say like in the water cooler at work or text
No,
messaging.
I'm
you
sorry.
guys, I bring
I
up
don't know.
my complaints with the character, but I don't have time in my life to go out there and just call this bitch a bitch.
You
Yeah.
just called her a bitch.
Yeah, no, just at a point.
But listen,
just put it out there, just in case. Yeah.
Yeah, well, listen. I get it. It's a vocal minority. They're the ones that are speaking essentially for gamers all over the place. There are a lot of them, though. And this culture's been around for a while. But the phrase "tits or get the fuck out" was not started by Mormons.
Okay. So we have that going on, that on a certain level, that we have a voice actor who did the game, and a lot of the other people just go out there and went to Twitter and start sending her death threats and calling her a bitch and a bunch of shit there, which that's another thing. That's pretty much another level of fucked up. But then there's also really the whole sexist behavior. Like, women gamers, when they jump on and it's like,
Again.
oh, you can game and shit like that, is what I'm talking about. And
Again.
pretty much again,
Tits or get the fuck out. That's literally what guys would do. Oh no, because you're saying that for attention. Show us your tits or get the fuck out.
technically. And then there's some that actually take advantage and they do it. Offer up, here we come.
Well, neither here nor there.
Offer
By
up,
the way,
only
quick
fans
fact.
offer up. God.
quick fact. You want to know what Laura Bailey's first voice acting gig was?
What?
She was the voice of Kid Trunks.
Oh wow, really?
Oh, really? I didn't know that one.
The voice of Kid Trunks in Dragon Ball Z.
Well, that's pretty fucking cool.
She's also Lady Jane Proudmoore in World of Warcraft. So, she's okay in my book.
All right. But
All right.
how will you like to say or end this whole thing with Vice? Like this whole article? Because it seems like if we're gonna be using the word as gamers, it'll affect certain people there. So is there something or some way that we should just say what to Vice, let's just say?
Not a goddamn thing. They're entitled to their opinion. And that's actually is not an opinion by the author. The author is interviewing a researcher who came to that conclusion based on research.
Okay.
What do you say? You don't. If it doesn't apply to you, you have nothing to say.
Okay. I agree.
I
I agree.
think it should have been more explained in the category of toxic gamers, because that's truly who does it. Is the toxic gamers, is the trolls. Just saying gamers in general puts them all in the same boat, the same way, back then, like, oh, if you play video games, you're in danger of now bringing a gun to school and stuff like that just because you play Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto. Like, that was my freaking era. And
that's a definite. That is
that still happens.
Definite. That's still, that's happening still to this day.
I don't know, it still goes on, but I can't remember the politician guy that made it a big stink, and then I can't remember his name. Sorry,
you
guys.
Can name
Wait,
a dozen
you mean
you want.
You mean Al Gore's wife, Tipper Gore?
No,
You mean Hillary Clinton?
No, that too, but no, it was a man.
You're talking about the asshole lawyer from Florida, Jack Thompson.
Oh yeah, the asshole lawyer. That's what he was. The asshole lawyer.
The guy who had a real massive hard on for Grand Theft Auto, and then ended up getting disbarred because it turns out he's a shit lawyer. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. That guy.
All right, fuck
him.
But
let me tell you, a lot of parents just hear the first words came out of his mouth and they never double check, fact check. They still believe. My own parents to this day, they still believe my son's gonna be a bad kid because he's playing too much Fortnite and he's got a lot of shooting. I'm there like,
my son
Goku with a rifle. It's nothing serious,
I mean, apart from that being sacrilegious, that's sacrilegious. But
no, definitely.
My son and I spent a good portion of the young years of his life playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas together. And this is a child who, when he saw what happened at Columbine, asked that I throw away all his guns.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, he turned out real fucked up.
You're right. But but all serious aside, guys, that's our opinion. I'm kind of curious to know what our audience think about what Vice said, and if they want to share or put their 2 cents about how they feel about an article like this. And please comment down below, let us know your thoughts, and let's have a conversation about this. But we have to continue on, guys, because we have a lot of things we're going to talk about, especially here that Phil Spencer admits that Xbox won't be able to avoid price hikes forever. Willie, what are they trying to avoid? I mean, we thought already, and I do say thought, that Phil Spencer was trying to lead away from the consoles. They just, they're trying to go for a straight platform, technically. What's going on here in this article? Why is it that he's pretty much saying this now, that Xbox won't be able to avoid it now?
Okay. What he's talking about is the unfortunate facts of economics. But again, the facts.
Yes.
Phil Spencer was on at Tech Live, which is some convention thing that Wall Street Journal is holding. And he was asked about whether or not they foresee price increases, not just for Game Pass, but for everything. And I quote, we've held price on our console. We've held price on games and our subscription. I don't think we'll be able to do that forever. I do think at some point we'll have to raise some prices on certain things, but going into this holiday, we thought it was important to maintain the prices. For those who don't know, Sony did increase the price of the PS5, both models, outside of the US by $50. That, I mean, of course, because of the human malware that happened a couple of years ago, supply chains are still fucked up. They wanted to keep the price here at the same because they didn't want to go and give Microsoft an advantage in price. What Phil Spencer is saying, unfortunately, is the fact of life. Remember that over time, shit gets more expensive. For them to license the games, for them to license the third-party games they put into Game Pass, developers or publishers are going to be asking more money because they know that this is a big deal and they know they can get their money out of it. Mind you, in the same interview, Phil Spencer said, Game Pass is profitable now. And I read somewhere, right here, that Game Pass accounts for 15% of Microsoft's overall Xbox content.
Wow. Heavy.
So that's a lot of money, and all of a sudden you're Capcom or you're a Konami or you're whoever they're dealing with, you're like, no, you want that game? Give us more money. It's gonna happen.
Okay. Oh, all right. Serge, do you have any
it happened to Netflix.
Yeah, Serge. I mean, you want to fill into this? What are your thoughts about it?
Well, actually, I find myself agreeing a lot with Willie. It is what it is with the way the economy is. Simply, when these consoles hit the market, it's not the same anymore. Everything's gone up. The parts are hard to come by. Hell, I still go into a Best Buy, a Target, a Walmart. I don't see a new PS5 or an Xbox at all. So I do believe that is going to happen for the reasons of the economy and sourcing parts or motherboard chips is still hard. The unpopular opinion I have is with Game Pass, why even waste the money on an Xbox?
I mean,
they just get a PC and just put an Xbox their live program, and there you go. You got a Game Pass, you got all the head games, and you're working on a PC. There you go. Why waste your time?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Willie
not
will
just
vouch
that.
for that. Yeah.
Not just that. I can play Game Pass Cloud on an old cell phone I have.
Yeah.
You have it on your TV.
Yeah.
I do. Actually, good point. I that's a good point to bring up. I have a new Samsung TV and I have Game Pass built into it. So what did I do for fun? I subscribed for free to try it out, connected my wireless Xbox controller, and very, very surprised how well it performed. You know, the graphics aren't 4K, it's 1080p or maybe slightly above at best of times, but it's holding 60 frames a second. And the fact that this was cloud gaming on a freaking TV, I did bring this up a few months ago. I said, yeah, there's no reason to have an Xbox anymore with Xbox Live. The Xbox Game Pass service. And if you want exclusive PS5 games, you still got to get a PlayStation until they do their own live service.
No, I will have to say that you guys are absolutely on the right on this. And there's no wrong thing here. And yeah, there's going to be a whole thing with the prices hiking and stuff like that. That's something that we cannot avoid, which is,
I mean,
off
this
the bat,
admit too,
right.
when Xbox goes up, PlayStation's going up too.
Absolutely. And that's always going to happen. We fought so hard to make sure that the PS5 games will be like still stay on $60, but now with all this shit going on, they want to hike it to 70. Now with the new PlayStation, the Xbox coming out, the price is still going to keep going up. I mean, I don't know, to win, we're never going to know, but we'll see. All we could do right now is just pray for the best and just keep gaming, because why not? But again, let's see what just happens.
If you're in the market for a new TV, just buy a new Samsung, and there you go. You got a built-in Xbox in there.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. And in Willie's
you
case,
guys need to come over so you can try it out. It's an experience.
We're gonna have to. And yes, Willie, don't worry. I will wear the helmet so I can play fucking Resident Evil and die halfway, because you know me, I'm gonna fucking shit my pants.
That's on PS4.
But you
I still got PlayStation VR if you want to try that game.
You see,
but Xbox doesn't have VR.
I don't know, but I'm saying, like, come to my house. We could play the.
No, I'm talking about with Punisher, because he says that. I'm going to do it. Not on the Xbox, you're not.
No, but fuck it. We're gonna be going to Serge's house. We're gonna be fucking doing at least on
Wait,
his
wait,
house
wait,
and
wait.
watch me shit my
Let me put
pants
some
and
more.
have a beer or two. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, let me check my insurance company, make sure the TVs are covered in the insurance because I expect Dave to throw a controller straight at the TV.
I'm not
No,
gonna throw a controller.
no.
I will kick
I
the fuck
expect
out
him.
of the TV.
I expect him to knock down at least 3 articles of furniture in a frightened whale.
He just fucking just jump up and fucking.
A frightened beach whale just wailing around.
He's gonna sound like Stephen Grant in Moon Knight when they saw the hippo.
Oh God, yes, that part's awesome. But again, that's Willie has a point. The whole hiking price is gonna happen. All we gotta do is just sit and wait and see until when.
Yeah,
But
it's a matter of time. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Maybe
man.
after the holiday season, maybe they don't want to do it now, but after the holiday season, that might just happen.
yeah, true. But now there's something interesting I do want to bring up, guys, and it's CD Projekt Red, which they're announcing to remake the first Witcher game. I'm not even. I don't feel safe with that. First of all, I mean, Cyberpunk 2077 had all the fucking glitches. The game was the glitch.
It's still collecting dust on my shelf.
And they're gonna be working on the Witcher game. Even though I know what he was gonna say is, yes, CD Projekt Red pretty much put all these updates out there, make sure they patched up the game to a point where it's playable and it's getting a lot of popularity right now. But I still have that weird taste in my mouth of that fuck up they've done. But they're gonna be working on the first Witcher game now. Willie, I know you played a couple times of CD Projekt Red games and you're pretty familiar with the Witcher game. How do you feel for CD Projekt Red to do a remake of this game?
I don't feel anything because they're not the ones that are working on it.
Oh, wait, what? They're not?
They got a third-party developer called Fool's Theory
Okay.
to work on the game. Another Polish developer, and they worked on Divinity Original Sin 2 and Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh.
How do I feel about this? I knew it was going to happen. This is the generation of the remakes.
Yeah, it is.
And this day, I have yet to see an announcement from EA saying that they're doing either a Burnout trilogy, a remaster, or a Need for Speed Underground remaster.
You won't.
Of course not. EA actually doesn't like remakes. They only started doing it recently, and they've done well. Spyro, Crash, and Tony Hawk, all 3 did very well.
Perfectly, actually.
Yeah, and so did Mass Effect.
Yeah.
But famously, they used to avoid doing those things. This for more details, the Witcher remake that they're doing, like I said, is going to be developed by Fool's Theory. CD Projekt Red will be supervising. And it's being done in Unreal Engine 5. Because that's the tools that they're using for the Witcher trilogy that they announced last month. Actually, it was just earlier this month.
Well, I can give you my opinion on it.
Shoot.
Honestly, I'm like Willie said, it's just generation. The new consoles are just the generation of freaking remakes, remasters. I'm just done, man. I'm not like Witcher is such a great franchise, but with Grand Theft Auto making a PS5 version of a game from the PS3 era, and then every other game has been remakes and remasters. And I'm guilty of it too. I bought the Destroy All Humans 1 and 2 of the remastered, but after so many, I'm just done, man. I love Witcher, but I could still play it. I still have the original game. I still have a PS3, a PS4 to go back to. Like, I don't know, man. I want something new. I want a new experience. I'm tired of revisiting games I've been playing since I had a PS2 and a PS3.
Let me throw this at you. You say you want a new experience.
Yes.
A new experience as in a brand new IP, or you settle for a new experience like Resident Evil 2 and Final Fantasy 7? Because those are not straight up. Those are not just straight up.
I'll tell you this. I could take a new IP and I know what you're saying, like, because they redid it completely, but and I guess it's borderline. But also, I would take a new IP, and I don't mind the sequel to, like, let's say the sequel to God of War Ragnarok. I don't mind it because it's not a remake of anything. It's a continuation of the story, and the last game was freaking amazing.
Absolutely.
I love the story. I played it to completion, and that's saying a lot because that there's a lot of hours. And I don't mind a continuation of the. It's going to be, it's going to be new, same characters, but it's a new story. And I could take a new IP, something a little bit more creative instead of the same things, And I know what you're saying about Resident Evil and Final Fantasy. I guess I could put that borderline. I could be fair with that. They just totally remake it into a brand new but better experience with the same story. Yeah, I could take that one too. But it's been a lot of remastered and just, come on, another Witcher.
It has.
How many times they remastered Witcher 3?
None.
Is there?
They just ported it.
No, not remastered, but I can still play Witcher 3. Like, they re-released it for the consoles.
Oh, I mean, it's been out, and I think didn't they do a next gen update for it for PS5?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be imagining that.
Yeah,
I've always had a hard and fast rule when it comes to remakes.
Yeah,
you're gonna remake something, preferably that's 2 generations behind. Like, you want to start remastering Xbox 360 and PS3 games right now? Knock yourselves out. PS2 and Xbox, even better. I refer you to my previous comment about Need for Speed Underground and the Burnout trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, EA? But I would always prefer a new IP because I want to try new shit.
Of course,
I do want to try new. Now, if you want to do something that's a new take on an old thing, I don't mind that. I love all kinds of Sims. So I got to play City Skylines. I got to play what's the name of that fucking thing? I forgot it. I have it right there. It's a railroad one. Prison Architect. Those are fun games. They're all Sims, but they're just build your own prison. That's a wonderful thing. I'm okay with that. Make another one. What can we do?
Right,
what sim you want to make? Wait, 2 Point Campus. Make your own college. Happy.
All right. I'm down with that. But
yeah, something new.
But those games, you can always create a new experience. Like, you can arguably say, I can create, I don't know, a new city, and I don't know how many different ways. I'm sure somebody's done the math and break it down. You can redo those games, but when you're redoing the last remake all over again, a game from the PS3 now remade for the PS5, like, come on, we don't need this anymore. We've only had a sequel to the game. There isn't like 3 or 4 or 5 sequels. Like this, it wasn't time for that.
Yeah.
Propose a new title for that game. I think we should call it The Last of Us Skyrim.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
But all right. Yeah, I feel with you guys with this whole thing with the freaking remake and stuff like that. But fuck it is what it is. What we just gotta do is wait to see what CD Projekt Red and others are gonna be doing and pushing out when they come up with this game, because I want to see.
You mean CD Projekt's second contracted company? Apparently, they're the ones doing it.
Yeah.
Well, with CD Projekt, CD Projekt is going to be overseeing it, so they're not going to let them make a perfectly polished game. No, fucker, put some bugs in that shit.
No, yeah. Sprinkle some of that shit. They're gonna do that. The fucking Salt Babe type of shit. Just put the fucking little virus in there and fuck it up.
Yeah, you're not allowed to fix our game. Keep the bugs.
Halfway through the game, then you find an Easter egg when you're going on a little mini quest where you end up with Keanu Reeves from Cyberpunk 2077. He's like, "Oh shit, wrong game," and leaves.
Yeah,
that includes Bethesda, then, huh?
Oh god,
because they're the kings of freaking glitches.
If Bethesda and CD Projekt Red, no, CD Projekt Red is not in the habit of doing this. If you're gonna get heavyweights that are the masters of recycled content, we need a collaboration between Rockstar and Bethesda, an Elder Scrolls game set in San Andreas.
Yeah.
I mean, it won't go with your combination there, but I like to throw EA in there too, just because the remake of Madden NFL, the same game since 2012,
Yeah,
is not
nothing
long.
changes
see
but
that
just the stats.
EA will be used in an advisory role, and what they'll say is, no, make a brand new game, but use all the models from Skyrim.
Perfect.
All right. But again, I kind of want to see what our audience think about this, man, and we'll leave it to them on that part. But we have to continue on, guys, because all right. So this week has been nothing but trailers so far. So 2 trailers that dropped already. We got the Ant-Man, the Wasp, Quantumania dropped on this week, and just what was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we got the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, which okay, I can see that Marvel and Disney are just saying fuck, spit this out today, because there's been a lot of changes lately in the atmosphere since now that this dude is going to fucking DC or DC Studios, if that's what they call it. What?
Yep.
Was it James Gunn?
Yeah, James Gunn. Yeah. So either they're doing this because they're scared of the fact that he's moving on to DC and do things there now, or what the fuck. But at least we got 2 trailers right now, and I have to say that Quantumania looks batshit crazy, and I'm all in. And Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, I have a feeling there's going to be something tied in there that's going to be leading up to on Phase 5. But it looks so stupid that I can't wait to see it. It's just it's one of those stupid cheesy holiday specials that I cannot fucking wait to see it. Willie, Serge, please talk.
Okay, first off,
yes,
they did release the first trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Yeah,
and followed the next day by the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. First off, no, they didn't do it because of the whole thing with James Gunn.
Okay, good.
They did it because the talk of the town right now is Black Adam, and Kevin Feige does nothing more than to piss on whatever DC does. Hey, Black Adam's out? Wait, that's great for you. Here are 2 movies I'm going to throw at you. Fuck off.
Like flicking a mosquito off.
I mean,
also,
it is in formula for them.
Also,
yeah.
Groot swole.
Groot, yo, man, that motherfucker take a Miracle Grow or something like that, because
that someone listen.
Shit.
I say at the NFL Players Association, we need to drug test this man.
Yeah, that
not
motherfucker
plays in the NFL
for real.
Not because he plays in the NFL, but because they know they know how to test people.
I agree, but dude, all of a sudden I just see this big massive chest, and he's like, "Oh, Groot." I'm like, calm down, puppy, calm down. I know you've been taking that little girl a little heavier now. You better calm the fuck down.
Here, he's hitting up with some type of grass steroid. What can you say, man?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
Also, for those of you out there who play the world 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon,
yes,
your game just got a lot easier.
Yes.
You know what that game is?
What?
6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon is like a game where someone names you any actor or actress, and you have to connect that actor or actress to Kevin Bacon in 6 turns or less.
Oh fuck. Okay. Okay.
That's a stoner game, because like number one, you have to have like massive movie knowledge, and number two, when you're stoned, it makes it even funnier because you sit there like a dumbass for half an hour trying to make your brain remember something.
Hey man, we should make this into a team competition because I got the right guy. I got a boy that's a huge movie nerd. He'll tell you every little thing about a movie back in the 1930s even.
Well, tell you what,
good guy too.
I'm the Hulk here. But wait, hold on.
You got you got
wait.
Willie and I got my boy.
Okay, all
Let's
right.
make this fair.
So I'm the Hulk. Mm-hmm. Does your friend look purple and or have an affinity for gems? It's a Thanos reference.
He resembles more. I know.
It's a
Thanos reference. More like the Red Hulk if you want to break it down.
All right, listen. Next guys' night, we go to your house. I'll take Big Box.
All right.
You bring your friend.
Oh, okay. We can do it.
Because we're going to do 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, and I shall triumph.
All right, but
Here's
here's something.
I saw in your podcast that he likes what you guys talk about when it comes to movies and stuff.
All right. So he listens to us.
Perfect.
Serge's friend. I officially call you out.
David is his name.
All right, David. He doesn't own the bridal store, right?
No, I hope not.
No, not that David.
Okay. All right. No. All right. Just ask. Just ask.
Yeah.
But okay, so we already have the whole thing with the holiday special going on. But Willie, another thing that happened now that it's pretty interesting, that the fact that they're already saying that Michael Rooker is gonna be in the holiday special. If we remember correctly, the man disintegrated, died in part 2. So I'm not sure how or in what memory this man's gonna come up in. But I'm kind of curious to see if he's going to be tugging some strings, because if they're going to do anything what they did in part 2 to us, I'm either going to laugh and cry at the same time, or just going to sit in a ball of a corner fucking reminiscing bad memories. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. All I know is that they're going to do some shit that fuck with my heart.
I'm going to go and say that it's a flashback.
Okay.
Because the whole premise is it's not a spoiler if it's not a trailer. The whole premise is that Peter Quill is bummed out. Not because of Yondu, but because of everything that happened in Infinity War with him losing a Gamora.
Yeah.
And so Drax and Mantis think it'll be a good idea to cheer him up by kidnapping Kevin Bacon, because he was in the greatest movie of all time, Footloose.
Damn right. Greatest fucking flick.
It's stupid.
I got a question.
What's that?
Will this be better than the Deadpool holiday special re-release of his movie?
The Deadpool holiday special was them cashing in on some extra Deadpool by using the Princess Bride gag on Fred Savage.
Yes.
And just playing a PG version to make a little extra money.
I still say it was fucking hilarious either way.
It still was funny. I prefer the rated R, but it was still funny. I'll give them that. My thing is, do you think this will be better than that?
This is going to be a thing that is its own monster.
Yeah.
I think it'll be all right.
I think so.
Like
too.
I was gonna say,
right. I'm not sure. I say it's gonna do well, but I was wondering, what do you think? Do you think it's gonna surpass Deadpool? And Deadpool's trending pretty damn hard since the reveal of Wolverine returning.
Well,
I will probably say. Go ahead, Willie.
I just know that this looks stupid. It looks childish, and I'm absolutely going to watch it.
Cash grab. It's holiday season's cash grab. The same thing as the Deadpool holiday movie. Same logic.
Absolutely going to watch it.
We're all going to watch it.
No, definitely. This is going to be a holiday special either way. So this is going to be kind of an hour and change, kind of like the Wolf, the Marvel Werewolf by Moonlight. Moonlight, is it? I forgot the fucking title of that damn show. No, the werewolf one.
I was like, werewolf. That was a Moonlight.
What was it called, Willie?
That wait, you mean the? Oh man,
it's a special too. Night? Yeah, werewolf. I think that's what.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing great things about that. I gotta check it out.
It's a must see. But if it's gonna be in that type of format, like, because it's you see how it opens up with that special Marvel thing, special whatever the fuck it is. That's what this holiday special is gonna be about. So I'm giving it an hour and change tops. So it's gonna be a quick watch, little fun haha moments there, not a full movie or nothing like that. But it's just enough to just, I guess, whet your appetite a little bit. But either way, still a fun thing. I can't wait to watch it.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll do well. It's a holiday special. You can put it on with the family. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
It's the Guardians. It'll do fine.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. Ever since the Guardians came out, having Marvel movies have a similar feel whenever it's about some type of space part. It's always the style of Guardians. Guardians is a juggernaut. They changed the way Marvel did space stories or space shots in their stories. They also changed their music. I mean, a lot of the music on the trailers, let's face it, it's inspired by the styles of Guardians. Like they'll put classic music in their new trailers because of that. It works.
Yeah.
The Ragnarok poster was a big hit, and now majority of the Marvel movies have Ragnarok stylized posters. I got one in my living room. I mean, I get it. If it works, it works, and they roll with it.
It sells. That's what it is.
Exactly.
But yeah, you're absolutely right, and I can't wait to see Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and also I can't wait to see the holiday special. But
Wait.
what?
You forgot to mention the one thing that you and I both said.
What?
Kang looks scurry.
Look, he scares me. I know that we talked about it where we said that he's supposed to be an intellectual being with technology from the fucking future, and that he's super smart, but the motherfucker is built like a fucking ox. Okay.
Yeah. If you didn't see it, in the trailer, it's because it's not in the trailer. But watch the trailer for Creed 3. That man looks like he's going to punch a motherfucker.
He's gonna take you to the hood and back, son, by your hand, and he's gonna fuck you up on the way there. Like I'm telling you right now,
beat you back to the sticks.
Yes, and I'm dead honest, dude. Like, even seeing him in that trailer when he was doing that, that intimidating talk, and he just called him Ant-Man, I would have been like, fuck this, I'm out of here. I would have turned like seven sizes bigger than him, try to squish him, or whatever the fucking case is, or leave. I don't know. He's gonna beat me up. Apparently, he's gonna whoop the fuck out of me. I don't want to be there. I know it already. But yeah, no. Do I want to see this movie? Yes. Am I scared of Kang? Yeah, because we already know for the fact. He's just being introduced in this movie. He's being introduced, meaning that there's more of him that we're going to be seeing along the line in Marvel. So something bad's going to happen in this movie, and I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But there's also other news, Willie, which is going to be our last news, that yes, it's already official. Henry Cavill is announced to be Superman, and he's returning back to the DCEU, and every nerd is ecstatic. Even me. I'm happy at the fact that he's like, fuck it, he's going to be Superman, and I can't wait. I can't really fucking wait.
Well, the details first, as always.
Of course.
As you said, Henry Cavill has officially said it. He's going to be Superman. He posted to Twitter, him in the outfit. The caption says, "A very small taste of what's to come, my friends. The dawn of hope renewed. Thank you for your patience. It will be rewarded." And in the video, he just says, "I want to make it official that I am back as Superman."
Mm-hmm.
This is something that has been rumored for a bit. They've teased it a couple of times. For those who don't know, after Justice League, he supposedly did not want to work with DC anymore, to the point that former exec Toby Emmerich basically said, okay, quote, "Henry Cavill is now persona non grata. He's not going to play ball with the studio. He will never be Superman again."
Oof.
When at the end of Shazam, where Superman shows up, Henry Cavill was supposed to be there. Him and his agent said, "No, that's not part of the agreement. Should fall apart there." But rumors are that Rock the Dwayne Johnson was the one that got this back together.
I didn't he uses muscles.
I was not a fan.
No. It was the eyebrow.
He just gives
the eyebrow.
The eyebrow.
Or maybe he did give Henry Cavill the people's elbow. Any of those things could have happened. I did not like Man of Steel. I did not like Batman v Superman. I really didn't like Justice League.
We agree on something. Oh my God.
It happens.
Oh God. Thank God. I feel the same way.
I was not a fan of those movies, but I feel that Henry Cavill, with the right direction and the right script, can be a great Superman. Stop being a fucking emo kid, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to move away from DC always being the same dark, brutal sadness. you can be dark and still have a little bit of fun and show a little bit of emotion, man. You gotta find a balance. It cannot be all dark.
I don't
Same way
mind.
the way I feel with Thor, Love and Thunder, it cannot be all lightheaded and dumb, funny jokes. You need to find a balance. If you go too far one way, it's just too much. When you're already about 30, 40 minutes into the movie, okay, yeah, same thing over and over again. I get the joke.
I think that the perfect encapsulation of who Superman is as a hero and as a being is the animated movie that I keep telling you about, Superman versus the Elite. You really should watch it if you haven't seen it.
No, I
need to check it
agree.
out.
But the animated DC is by far the superior version.
Because this story is about a group of superheroes that will go out and kill people because they feel that Superman's way of truth and justice and the American way is not the way you deal with criminals. You have to take them out. You have to end them. And so they put him on the spot and they can fuck shit up too.
Yeah.
And they put him on the spot. You need to watch it because that's the Superman that I should be seeing on the big screen. I will say it forever. Christopher Reeves is my Superman until further notice.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
That's a good point. Like, animated version. Yeah, that's a great movie. You gotta check it out, Gabe.
Oh no, I'm definitely am. Hopefully tonight or whatever the case is. I'm gonna try to see if I catch it even tomorrow if possible.
I have my issues with the DC movies just because I see the better version of it and the animated side of it. I want them to get the animated story writers to do the DC movies.
I don't know that they can do, because writing an animated script and writing a live action script are two different beasts, even though they seem the same. Just get somebody who understands the source material.
Ant-Man going to the quantum world, and it's a bunch of jacked up things that looks like belongs in an animated or comic book. Like, come on, they can do it with today's technology, man. They can do it.
Listen, the fact that we have not had a better string of DC movies is a crime. I've said it before. I'm a Marvel guy. I grew up reading Marvel, not because I hate DC. I just grew up reading Marvel. Yeah. But DC has the three most iconic superheroes in comic books: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. The fact that only one of those has had multiple good movies is a crime. I said it before when Guardians of the Galaxy was coming out. They hadn't made a single Wonder Woman movie. Meanwhile, Marvel's making me care about a tree and a raccoon.
Yeah,
pretty much.
But yeah, Willie do strike a good point there. And Serge, you brought up some valid points as well, man. And I really appreciate all the conversation around here. But guys,
I'm with Willie. Like, come on, I'm Marvel, but DC. I grew up with DC animated shows since the 90s, man. DC can dominate over Marvel, sadly, with their characters. I know they can. They just, I don't know. The studio just haven't put all the right people on movies, I guess.
Well, now that they have James Gunn co-heading it, maybe now's the time.
Just about.
That's hopefully.
All we can do right now, guys, is just literally wait to see what happens. I really hope that Henry Cavill, puts his part in. I would like to see a good Superman movie and see how good he is, because Henry Cavill is a good actor, and I will like to see him portray as Superman, because he does have the looks. He does look like him, and especially that he's a fucking nerd like us. I say it goes in hand, and I will love to see what he could bring on that table for DC and as a Superman, as Superman. But I do have to say, guys, that we did reach the end of our show, and I have to say thank you all for so much for watching and listening to us to the very end, hopefully. And I gotta thank Serge for being on here with us, and just joining us on this debacle and having this conversation with us. And being that we had Serge here with us, I do look forward to either having him or others join us and have more of a discussion on this podcast, so we can enlighten you guys with more people, shall I say. Serge, again,
Yes.
I'm telling you this now. Thank you so much for joining us here today on this show. Any words you want to share here with our folks on YouTube?
Well, this was a lot of fun. My first time ever. Thank you for popping my cherry, guys.
Nice.
I'm on my third Sunday Adams of Oktoberfest beer here in my house bar while
Nice.
talking to you guys. It's been a lot of fun. Usually this is kept in the chat room that we have together, and I was glad to bring it out. I hope I did not end the show or bring it down in a way.
Nah, don't worry, we're
I
not
hope I
canceling it
contribute
because of you.
something.
But
I hope I contribute something to the show.
nah, man, you did, man. You did, and again, I'm looking forward to doing this with other people as well, and you to come back and stuff like that, because this was a lot of fun. I like this. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching us today on this amazing show. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know we come out with amazing news, which is 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday, and a little something between. Willie, any last words?
I'm just going to say the same thing I always say.
Go.
If anything that I said comes true, I'm sorry, and you're welcome.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching us, and we'll see you next time. Peace.